time, but also still learn life lessons and lessons about the Bible, kind of see the world from a different perspective.
Fun every single day, and you meet a lot of new people. It's pretty judgment-free because everyone's all in the same boat.
You don't really have anything to lose by coming to the camp. I think a lot of people are scared to take that risk. I could promise you that you wouldn't be bored or not have a good time here.
Something only happens one time in the universe. It never happens exactly the same. So you better take your opportunity while you can.
Forester camps is making new friends.
A great way to explore different opportunities.
Great way to experience.
One's back. That's out of here!
Catch and fire. It's on the. He made it!
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot.
At the net, Forester's blocking away. Couldn't get through the Forester defense.
Yeah, coming in hot. Just like
another really hard fought point here at the net for HU.
I'm nice with the flow, just like the demeanor.
And HU's got their largest lead in the match.
I'm feeling the meter. They got the iron while I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen her. I testify, I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect him. I made the call, it was just like I'm repping. I know we left, yeah, now we back together, but I guess that is better now. Later than never, like, what's happening? I'ma need y'all quit asking when. Me and my wife gonna have some kids. Right now we just practicing. Teacher said quit rapping, man. That gon' hurt my average. I said thank God I ain't average. Yeah, I'm a bright young man. To the GPA and the BPM. Look, we on. So say what you say, cause that's A with Lecrae. From the A train to the A, I'm coming in hot. I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big.
Ryan, we've got a good one. The Foresters finally back in town, only their third home match of the year, and they're excited to be back in their home arena.
Yeah, absolutely. They're off to a rocky start in conference play, especially when it came to their recent losses against a heartbreaker and against Marion, where they were up 2-0 in sets and ended up losing the next three, and then a 3-0 loss to the defending champs in the Iowa Wildcats. So luckily they are home tonight, able to play in front of the home Forester crowd and hopefully get a win in conference.
And HU still has a chance to hang in there in the Crossroads League at 2-4, but tonight is a big one. It feels like one that they need to come away with a victory against Goshen, who's struggled so far this year, 6-16. They've struggled throughout the Crossroads League for the last few years. You can see some of the softball team even coming to support Nigella Reck tonight, who's one of their teammates. We'll see if she has a big part in tonight's match. But HU tonight, they need to get back on track. You talked about that Marion loss, a devastating loss, up 2-0 against a top 25 team. Then you go to Iowa. Hardly anyone beat them. In fact, no one beat them last year, and only 2 teams this year. So it's been a tough stretch, but they need to get right back on track tonight against Goshen. And at this moment, we're going to take a break for the prayer and the national anthem. We'll be back on FTN Sports in just a moment.
Forester camps is making new friends.
A great way to explore different opportunities.
Great way to experience life here at Huntington University.
I looked into OTA and it looked like a lot what I wanted to do, but I still wasn't really sure what all it was.
But I did know that I did want to be in the medical field, but I don't really have a stomach for blood. This was a different way to be able to help people physically, but not have to open them up.
Since it's a smaller place, everyone knows each other. You know, they can invest time in each other.
This would be a great way to learn about it and see what it is.
So I saw how life-changing that can be, and it made me want to do that.
Bippa State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
To me, Forester Camp is fellowship.
To me, Forester Camp is like engaging.
To me, Forester Camp was inspiring.
I hoped that I would be able to make more friends who have not really been around much.
How I describe this camp is pretty chill and like fun.
And it's fun too. It's something that like people can be engaged in and have a great time, but also still learn life lessons and lessons about the Bible, kind of see the world from a different perspective.
Fun every single day, and you meet a lot of new people. It's pretty judgment-free because everyone's all in the same boat.
You don't really have anything to lose by coming to the camp. I think a lot of people are scared to take that risk. I could promise you that you wouldn't be bored or not have a good time here.
Something only happens one time in the universe.
Back and about ready for first serve between the Goshen Maple Leafs and the Huntington Foresters. HU looking to get back on track tonight. This is a good team to do it against. Always tough in the Crossroads League, Ryan. But tonight, Goshen comes in really struggling, having a little bit of a down year. Coach Jeff Phillips is leading them currently at the moment. But HU, they're kind of right in that middle spot of the standings, as you see on your screen here. Of course, some teams that we've gotten pretty familiar with at the top, and HU's ran into a couple of those recently.
Yeah, absolutely. Indiana, Wesleyan, Mount Vernon, Marion, those are all top 25 teams in the nation. They're so good. I mean, especially Mount Vernon. They came in here, beat us 3-0 pretty handedly here in Platt Arena. So Mount Vernon's always a threat. Marion and Indiana Wesleyan, like we said in the past, a really good Gray Spring Arbor. We just have a very tough conference, and conference play is not easy for any of these teams, as each team is scraping by every single game. So it is nice to face a team that's struggling here and there, especially when you have an important game like this when it comes to your conference standing.
And you take a look at the standings there, you see the Foresters are only 1-1 here inside Platt Arena. They did not come home until 13, 14 games into the season. And you look at last year, they played 17 home matches here at Huntington. And so it's been a little different. The schedule flips back and forth like that. This year, unfortunately, Forester fans don't get to see them a whole lot here in a beautiful arena. You got the video board working again tonight. It's going to be an exciting night, and the Foresters have to make the most of it when they have a chance to play at home.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is a definite advantage when you get to play in front of your home crowd, and you never want to take that for granted. Like you said, 17 games last year is a lot of home games for a team to play, and it was a blessing that they were able to do that. But this year they haven't been as fortunate, but they have made it work.
So the Foresters will go with a familiar lineup tonight. Haley Cruz, Trevin Terry, Mason Robrock, Courtney Graham, Lauren Ross, and Leah Carter will be out there for HU. That has been the consistent core, and Lauren Ross, who we'll talk about later, our player to watch, has stepped into a bigger role, and man, she has thrived in that role so far this year.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about this in the couple of games that we've already broadcasted this year, that she has filled the role of a missing Morgan Robrock from last year. Morgan, one of the best setters in HU volleyball history, as she was incredible. She set up the players to get tons of kills throughout games. I mean, she was an invaluable player, and Lauren Ross has come in and just completely accepted that role and has exceeded expectations in that role. I mean, there's games where she's coming away with 50 assists in one game. So she is a huge part of what the Foresters are able to do this year, and if she continues to play like this, they're going to be a threat.
Yep, she's been setter of the week once so far in the Crossroads League, and she's looking to maybe do that again here later in this season or even maybe this week. The Foresters need to get back on track. It's a good time to do it tonight. For the Goshen Maple Leafs, they're running out of sophomore Bailey Brown. She's a middle blocker from Goshen, Indiana, stayed at home to play her college ball. And then Eva Eagle from Claypool, Indiana, a freshman middle blocker. Sadie Brenneman, that's their best player, someone to watch. She is coming in with 1,039 career kills, has had an awesome career for the Maple Leafs. Armani Guidry Austin, and then Kelsey Hankins is their setter. She's coming off a really nice game in the conference play as well with 19 assists, has as many as 48 in a match this year and 43 different times. So she's an excellent setter. And then Brenna Spangler from Waterloo, Indiana, went to school in the NE8 at DeKalb, someone to watch as well. So this Goshen team, they're young, but they're ready to go. And the Forester team, on the other hand, looking to get back into the win column tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Even when you're facing teams that are struggling, you can never take your foot off the gas in the conference road or in the Crossroads League, because any team like the Goshen Maple Leafs or like a Spring Arbor team can just come up out of nowhere and beat you in a game that you expect to win. So the Foresters have got to remain focused, calm, and collected and get this win against the Goshen Maple Leafs, who are ready to take it if the opportunity arises.
HU will start right in front of us, working from your right to left. And for Goshen, they'll be working from your left to right, and they're away Blacks. They're coached by Jeff Phillips. Phillips was announced as the director of volleyball at Goshen College last year in August, and he comes from a long, successful tenure at Wawasee High School, 2011 to 2015, 146-19 record. He was responsible for implementing a lot of expectations and goals from the middle schools around that area as well. So they got the man for the job here in his second season. For the Foresters, it's Kelsey Herber in year 6, coaching at her alma mater. Always excited and ready to roll. For set for first serve, it'll be Kelsey Hankins. Sophomore setter, had a tremendous freshman year, 900 assists. Meyer goes to Ross. Grimm dumps one over. It's tapped back. HU again, and Grimm the next time tips one over. Good start for her.
A little tip action back and forth there. Both teams trying to tip it over, get the free point. Courtney Grimm puts it in just the right spot to where the Goshen defender can't quite get an arm on it.
Grimm is leading this team in kills, but she's being chased down rapidly by Haley Cruz. It's a tight race between those two, and there's a good answer right away from Brenna Spangler. Talked about her playing in the NE8. That's a team that plays Huntington North right up the road. So maybe a couple of these fans in here tonight have seen her and off to a nice start to even it up 1-1.
It's always exciting to see players that you recognize. It makes the game just a little bit more interesting.
Foresters back on the attack. Grimm lobs one over the top. Hankins handles right in front of us. A nice ball from Brenneman. We talked about her being the best player. She has 274 kills now this year. Last year was a career high for her at 320. She's looking to break that quite easily this season.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a threat anytime her team gets her a set. And as HU, you've got to defend better against her.
Meyer wasn't able to receive that well. Now Grimm has to just tap one over. Goshen a chance to come right back at the Foresters, and off the block they go. A little bit of a sloppy play by HU. It's an early 3-1 lead for Goshen.
And that's what happened the first couple possessions here, just sloppy play, as you said. They're having to just give free ones over the net a lot here early on, and Goshen's taking advantage of it, leading to their lead.
Another serve here. Meyer this time handles it a little better. Cruz, 10-foot row, didn't get that one over the net. It's a quick 4-0 run for Goshen to take the lead over top of the Foresters. Slow starts have not really been the issue for HU. Usually the first set's one of their best, but right now trying to find some answers. Only 5 points into the match. Serve sent over by Bailey Brown. Ross goes to Terry, who pushes it long. Hankins again there to receive. And now a swing. That time, Goshen couldn't get it over the net. Mistake by Brenneman, and HU gifted one, cuts the lead in half.
And we really haven't seen many setups for HU here early. They're just hitting a lot of tip shots over and little push shots, and it hasn't worked so far, but there you can see that got their second point off of it.
HU back on the service line. Goshen to Brenneman. Nice block by HU. Ross keeps it alive, and now Grimm goes right back at the Goshen defense. Nothing there yet for HU. Another big swing blocked away by the Foresters. Set up, Brenneman again, goes cross court and just missed the line, as HU is going to see Brenneman a lot tonight. She's already been working hard on that right side.
Yeah, Goshen sets up tons of plays for her. They know who their best spiker is, and they're willing to get it to her. As you can see, they're setting it up for her, and HU's got to find a way to slow her down.
Meyer now on the service line. She's had an awesome year. A mistake by Hankins. She was going out to a golf. They couldn't connect. That's someone else that could have been our player to watch tonight, Layla Meyer. She has been all over the court. She covers nearly everything on the defensive side, having a tremendous junior years, went over the 1,000 dig mark. She's now over 1,200, so someone that's really a good piece to this puzzle for Coach Herber.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a reason why a defensive specialist is so important to every single team, is because they are the ones supposed to cover ground that maybe the other players can't get to. And like you said, she does that extremely well, and she's a threat every single night to help her team.
Spangler goes to Grimm, lofted high in the air. Ross goes right back, 1-2 with Grimm. Back row kept alive by the Maple Leafs. Brenneman continues her busy night, can't get it down in front of Meyer. HU trying to even it up. Ross goes far side. Cruz rises up. Good dig on the back row. That was Price. And now HU a chance again on the attack. Tapped over, kept alive again. Great defense here as now Meyer has to dig one out, and Ross couldn't keep it alive. That is a really hard-fought point by Goshen to get that one in.
Yeah, and I remember when you were talking to Kelsey about it after their one game that they hosted here, that those were a huge problem for HU, was the ability to win those long rallies. And HU has been working on that, and if they can get those points to go down, it's just a heartbreaker for the other team, and Goshen scores one right after, as it can demotivate a team.
Spangler drops in her 12th ace of the year. She's one of their better players. Great blocker, 73 last year. Grimm trying to collect her second, and it's tapped right in the middle to Leah Carter. She is so good in the middle of the court for HU.
Yeah, she's one of their most consistent blockers in that middle area. She covers a lot of the net with her net presence, and right there gets it done with the spike.
She's averaging right around 5.5 kills per match in the Crossroads League. She gets her night started there with her first. Goshen right back. Thompson in for the first time, gets challenged, and now Cruz has it blocked away. Ross flips it over, can't drop it in. Hankins kept it alive. She's been all over on the defensive end. Ross this time goes to Cruz again. Rolling shot over the net, doesn't fall in. Forrester's battling hard right in the middle. Another chance, and that one is out of play, maybe just off the outside of the right hand by Egoff. Too much spin to keep it in.
Yeah, absolutely. A hard-fought possession for HU there, and they pull away with the win. Those are the ones they've got to win if they're going to get back in this game and retake the lead.
So it'll be Thompson serving, 9 aces on the season. Goes back row. Brenneman, another chance to swing. Meyer keeps it alive. Ross chooses Cruz, and this time Haley gets it to drop in.
And when she gets that close to the net with a setup from Lauren Ross, it is a troublesome possession for the opposing team right there. Just spikes it home, and that's what she's been doing all year, as you said, trying to catch up to Courtney Grimm in kills.
Thompson coming off 7 receptions versus IU. She's got 3 10-plus dig matches. Great server as well as the senior, and now HU on a nice little run. That's 4 straight for the Foresters to take the lead right back.
And volleyball is a game of momentum. Whatever team can grab the momentum and use it to their advantage will win, and HU has it right now.
Thompson keeping the service run alive. Foresters block it. Ross goes to an off-balance cruise, and she gets it to punch through the blockers anyways. Maybe not her most aggressive swing, but counts the same in the stats.
Yeah, she can do pretty much everything when it comes to killing the ball, and she shows right there with a less than expected version of a kill.
Thompson keeps it going. Foresters have now scored 5 straight. Big swing. Ross got one hand to it, but 2 would have been better as that was hit very well and down. And now it's back to a 1-point match here in the first set. Good swing by Egolf, the freshman. Talked about her going to Tippecanoe Valley. 8 kills is her career high. She's got 2 already tonight. Ross goes quick to Carter, and that's too powerful to defend as Leah's got 2 big swings already in this first set.
Yeah, Carter is one of our big power spikers, as we have 3 of them in Trevelyn Terry, Haley Cruz, and Leah Carter, and she shows right there how much power she can put on that ball.
Carter was one of the bright spots in that IWU match as another free ball is nearly sent over. Instead, it's into the antenna, and all of a sudden, HU with a Haley Cruz ace has an 11-8 lead. Serving has not been the Foresters' friend, though. They had lots of service errors over the weekend at IWU, and that's what really allowed Indiana Wesleyan to run away with that one. You see it there. Haley Cruz has a very powerful serve, but she now has 21 service aces, 34 service errors. So they do start to pile up when you're in a close match.
And that's the risk you run when you try to have really powerful serves like that. Good chance of error, and I mean it happens. But when she's on a roll with her serving, it is a problem for the other team.
Leah Carter on fire as she already has her 3rd kill of the night. She's leading the way. She's also got 3 blocks in the match. This is not someone that typically racks up the kills. She's had 2 matches with double-digit kills, but she is so efficient at the net. Hits nearly 234 on her opportunities. Reck has to knock it over. Hankin goes right in the middle, another Forester denial. And now right towards us, tapped over by Brown. Ross dips one in.
And that's what she's done really well. She's not a very big power hitter, but those little trick shots that she sends over the net catches a lot of teams off balance and off guard, and right there it works to perfection.
Reck will still serve. Saw her softball teammates cheering her on. Hit over 300 on the diamond last year and is a serving specialist on this Forester volleyball team. Free ball for HU. Tapped in. A little softer this time. Trevin Terrian on the action.
Yeah, absolutely. Usually that is a powerful hit right there, but saw exactly where she needed to put it and puts the soft touch on it for the perfect little spike.
Reck keeps the service line, this time a little too long. That's the 2nd mistake for HU from the line as it's now 14-10. A couple of changes being made as Layla Meyer will come back into the match to tighten up the defense. The libero, Elena Wolf, goes right to Meyer. Ross goes backside Terry off the top of the net. Wolf kept it alive. Goshen now swinging, blocked away by the Foresters. Free ball tapped over. See if HU can take care of it, and Ross, uncharacteristically, just mishit that one out of play.
Yeah, she hit a little bit too much power and had too much of an angle there, hit it out of bounds. Usually she has good control of that shot, but not there.
No breaks here so far in this first set. Just a lot of back and forth. Ross tries the same thing, not the best connection with Terry, and it appears Goshen got into the net as Brown was a little too close. And now it's 15-11. These free points are piling up now against Coach Jeff Phillips' team in Goshen.
Yeah, absolutely. They've given away a lot of points to the Foresters that they really didn't earn themselves, but HU will take every point they can get.
Foresters block another one. Ross goes to Grimm, who's right back in the match. Hankins sets it up to the libero Wolf. Deep ball, Meyer gets a hand to it, and now Robrock with a big swing off of the scoreboard. They'll keep playing it. Back row swing Goshen. Ross goes to Robrock again. Cross court and just missed the line as Robrock was looking to dump one in. That was a close call.
Yeah, a very tough shot for Robrock to make, and she nearly got it, but that little touch on the net forced it out of bounds, and HU loses that point.
Reminded me a little bit of a Zach Goodline step back there, kind of falling backwards away from the net. Still almost got it to fall in. Cruz goes backside Ross, and now Grimm off the top of the block. Pancake kept alive. Wolf is all over the place. Ross now, Grimm, no one's gonna stop that one.
And that's what they need to keep doing. They're running a couple new sets here tonight, and Courtney Grimm is expecting a lot of touches and chances to get those kills, and right there executes it perfectly.
You saw that back defender. It was Brenneman slide over, and Grimm went right where she left, and now HU responds with an ace from Olivia Cron. Now she is extremely efficient from the service line. That is 18 aces, just 9 service errors. So when she gets back there, she's putting it in play, and a lot of times it's leading to points. Might be another one here. Free ball for HU. Ross goes to Cruz off the blocks, kept alive by the Maple Leafs. Again, it was Wolf who kind of pancaked that one, and it leads to another point for HU.
And she has been all over the court there, like you said, pancaking a lot of these shots that should be kills, keeping Goshen in it, but HU continues to win these possessions.
All right, we've got 1 minute of break. We're going to take it with them and be right back. It's HU 18-12 when we come back on FDN Sports.
Shirts and hats, Adidas, and all kinds of manufacturers. The Team Shop is open for all home volleyball, soccer, and basketball games. Thank you for supporting Forrester Athletics.
Or different opportunities.
Great way to experience life here at Huntington University.
I looked into OTA and it looked like a lot what I wanted to do, but I still wasn't really sure like what all it was.
But I did know that I did want to be in the medical field, but I don't really have a stomach for blood. This was a different way to be able to help people like physically, but not have to open them up.
Since it's a smaller place, everyone knows each other, you know, they can invest time in each other.
This would be a great way to learn about it and see what it is.
So I saw how life-changing that can
18-12 first set. Foresters so far on the favorable side of the scoreboard, but a golf cuts into that with another tap shot. She's been really effective here tonight on the right side. Just a freshman middle blocker. Doesn't have a ton of chances on the attack, but she's getting them tonight and she's making it worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. When Goshen is not giving away free points, they have been very good offensively here tonight. They're leading and they've been leading for almost the entire possession in attacks. HU has come back and tied them up at 30. But Goshen has really been a strong offensive team. They just need to stop giving away free points, and they would be right in this game.
You see Elena Wolf wiping the floor. It's probably because of how much work she's done on that side. She's been all over, and because of that, just making sure everything's ready to go before this next point. Bailey Brown chooses Cron. Ross goes in the middle. Grimm tapped over, picked up by Hankins. Chance to get back on the attack. That was Egolf. HU right at the net again. Trevin Terry works so well in close quarters.
Yeah, her and Lauren Ross, when they get that 1-2 close quarter spike going, it is very hard to stop. We've seen it twice here today, and if they continue to go to that, HU becomes a problem.
So it'll be Meyer who continues to push HU closer to a first set victory. Good serve to the back line. Right at the net, Brenneman had it blocked, and the Foresters just a little too close to the net, as it looks like it was potentially Courtney Grimm that got into the net there. Kind of right at that 5-point area for the Foresters right now, still up 19-14. Brenna Spengler goes to Grimm. Ross, quick one to Leah Carter, and that one ball works again.
Now Yeah, Leah Carter has been feasting on that in that middle area right there with her 4th kill of the night so far. I mean, the quick pass, that was a beautiful play from the Foresters.
And that's meant to be on a line like that so Carter can get to it quickly. The defense doesn't have enough time to set up the block, and if it keeps working, keep going to it. The golf, this time blocked by Carter. And they're actually going to say Haley Cruz was there as well. So now the largest lead of the first set. Foresters up 21-14.
Cruz and Carter making a lot of great plays for the Foresters on that front line. They have been the dominant forces, and YHU is up right now.
Hankins goes backside. E-Golf again continues her nice night. Thompson on the back line couldn't get to it. This freshman's showing a lot of ability tonight. We talked about her career high only being 8 kills. She's got 5 in the first set. We've still got a long ways to go.
Yeah, absolutely. If they continue to go to her with her hot streak right now, Goshen could really gain some momentum.
Service goes to Cron, nicely received. Quick again, Carter, this time blocked, as it was the setter Kelsey Hankins there to knock it away. Only 5'3" is Hankins compared to Leah Carter at 6 foot. She got up and swatted that one away.
An impressive block for sure there as HU tried to go back to what worked only 2 possessions ago, but it was not as effective there.
Ross goes to Cruz. That's a big swing by Haley, and it goes off the top of the block and down. HU just not giving Goshen much ground here in this first set.
Oh, and after a slow start, you can't afford to get them back in the game as you work so hard to get back into a rhythm and gain the momentum, and they're not letting it go.
Cruz, good spinning service, and that falls in for another ace. That's her 2nd tonight. What makes her serve so hard is that top spin. It drops in, and then when you're coming in on it, it'll skip off your hand, go right towards the net. Hard to keep alive. See if she can do it again. This time, another good serve deep into the gym goes Failer, and now HU gets a free chance. Ross to Carter, just missed the line on the right side. And Goshen, with one of those kind of off-balance points, still gets on the board.
They've gotten a couple of those. They have really thrived in these long possessions. HU has been making a lot of mistakes the longer the play goes on, and Goshen's been taking advantage of it.
Thompson, Ross, Carter goes cross court and dumps another one in. Leah's having a big night, and I once again, I think if it continues to work, why go away from it?
Yeah, absolutely. Not usually one for big flashy box score stats, but already 5 kills, a couple of blocks here early. She's having a major impact on this game.
It's set point here for HU as they block it down to seal the first set. Ross and Trevin Terry there, and another dominant set here in Platte Arena for HU. We'll send it to a break. Check out the replay. It's Ross and Terry putting the Foresters up 1.
Sports Performance Training offers athletes coordinated care and instant access at the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. PSM supports athletics on and off the field with a donation of athletic drinks.
Forester Camp is like engaging.
To me, Forester Camp was inspiring.
I hoped that I would be able to make more friends who have not really been around much.
How I describe this camp is pretty chill and like fun.
And it's fun too. It's something that like people can be engaged in and have a great time, but also still learn life lessons and lessons about the Bible, kind of see the world from a different perspective.
Fun every single day, and you meet a lot of new people. It's pretty judgment-free because everyone's all in the same boat.
You don't really have anything to lose by coming to the camp. I think a lot of people are scared to take that risk. I could promise you that you wouldn't be bored or not have a good time here.
Something only happens one time in the universe. It never happens exactly the same. So like, you better take your opportunity while you can.
Forester Camps is making new friends.
A great way to explore different opportunities.
Great way to experience life here at Huntington University.
I looked into OTA and it looked like a lot what I wanted to do, but I still wasn't really sure like what all it was.
But I did know that I did want to be in the medical field, but I don't really have a stomach for blood. This was a different way to be able to help people like physically, but not have to open them up.
Since it's a smaller place, everyone knows each other, you know, they can invest time in each other.
This would be a great way to learn about it and see what it is.
So I saw how life-changing that can be, and it made me want to do that.
Welcome back to Platt Arena. HU dominated that first set, Ryan, and that's unfortunately for Goshen kind of been the story of the year so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Their Crossroads League experience has been one of a lot of upset, as they have only won 3 sets in the entirety of their Crossroads League's performances so far, and that came in a 3-0 sweep against St. Francis, as they have lost every other game against Taylor, Grace, Spring Arbor, Bethel, and Mount Vernon 0-3. And they're trying to change that tonight by winning one of these next 2 sets against HU.
And they're going to have an uphill battle, down 1-0 in the match so far. HU took that first set 25-17. Looked really good, and it was, once again, Leah Carter, who's off to such a good start. Her season high is 12 kills. She had 5 on 8 attempts in that first set.
Yeah, and really what's going well for the Foresters and hurting Goshen is the amount of free points Goshen has been given HU. The game would be a lot closer if they weren't giving away a lot of attacking errors. Their hitting percentage is only at .083 compared to HU's .27. So Goshen's really just got to get their focus back on track and not have so many errors and free points to HU.
So HU has now won 4 sets in Platt Arena, and they have lost 3. So they got swept by Mount Vernon, then they came back and swept Taylor. So we'll see if the trend continues tonight. See if they can win in 3. They'll take a win either way, as it's a good swing right away, nearly touched by Cruz, but the shot from Brown a little too long, and HU grabs early lead.
And this is what they're looking for after a slow start to that first set, to get off to a hot start, especially with the momentum they have from winning that first set, can really put the pressure on Goshen and demotivate them a little bit.
Chance to add on. Robrock goes high off the blocks. Foresters tip it over. It's going to be another free chance. Meyer, Ross, this time Trevin, and just didn't quite have the power on it, but she goes off the blocks and worked it through anyways.
And Trevin Terry, when she gets all that one-legged running start off of the Lauren Ross assist, she is very deadly. As you can see right there, just Goshen defenders, not much they could do.
Good swing from the right side of Golf, continues to add on and chasing a career night as she went cross court, knocked another one in.
Yeah, only 2 off of her career high now with 6. And she is poised to have a really nice night for the Leaves.
Bailey Brown will serve, first serve of the set for Goshen. It leads to an ace. That is her 25th ace on the year, the most on the team. So she's dangerous when she's in this spot.
Well, and it's not like she has a super fancy serve. It's the placement and where she puts her serve that makes it so deadly. And she looking to continue it here.
Grimm was blocked away at the net, and Goshen has fought for a couple in a row, and they take a 3-2 lead here in this second set.
And this is what we saw in that first set. Goshen off to a really hot start, but then the errors started to pile up, and we'll see if they can get away from that and win this second set, which would be huge for the Maple Leaves.
Brown, her 3rd chance, this time into the net. That's her 16th service error of the year, so she's got a good ratio going, but that time gives it back to the Foresters. Evens it up at 3-3, and now Olivia Cron, who has an ace on the night, has the ball for HU. Cron picks out Wolf. All over the place in that first set. Foresters block it, but it's not enough for a Golf, and right now that's the recipe. Jeff Phillips is seeing his freshman have a big night. He keeps going to it, and she continues to perform.
And if she continues to perform the way she is and HU isn't able to stop her, she's going to have the best night of her career by a long shot.
Ross goes in the middle. That one's a little too long from Grimm. That's her second attack error of the set, and now it's 5-3. HU did win that first set, and that set started very eerily similar to this one. They were down early, fought back. See if they can do it again. Ross goes to Cruz, tip shot. Can't get it in front of Hankins. Swing from a golf on the right side. Ross close to the net, goes to Grimm, and this time hits a little soft shot in front of the back row.
Courtney Grimm, not the most powerful killer on the team. I mean, she has some powerful swings, but she's really deadly when she has that soft touch and puts it just in the right spot and puts it in the perfect spot where Goshen can't get to it.
Once again, it looks like Goshen wants to wipe up the floor. Layla Meyer will have the serve for HU. She's got the 4th most digs in the Crossroads League. She's already been Defensive Player of the Week once as well, and unfortunately for HU, the service errors are once again maybe one of the issues here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Their inability to keep the serves in has really hindered their ability to get on a roll, as just when they gain momentum from offense, they serve it out, and they've got to fix that.
6-4. It'll be Failer who sends a soft lofted shot over. Cruz into the blocks, and Goshen now starting to produce in the middle. Another freshman, Armani Guidry-Austin, getting involved.
And Goshen really has some great momentum. They're playing well together, getting in good sets, and HU kind of looks a little bit lost out there on defense, and they've got to find a way to stop these sets.
Forrester's back on the attack with Cruz, couldn't get enough on it. Right back in the middle, big swing, and into the net was the attacker. It looked like Brenneman a little too strong, and HU gets another free one back, makes it a 2-point set.
And that's what kept them in the game early in that first set, was the free points that Goshen has given away, and they've already given away a couple here.
Thompson goes back row, Wolf. Far side, Brenneman off the top of the blocks. Ross dumps it over. She is so good with that vision. It's almost like a quarterback looking off the defender and then going opposite of them to swing that one in with the left hand.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what the setter is supposed to have, is vision. They have to have vision to set their teammates and occasionally poke it over just like that to get free points.
Guidry-Austin couldn't connect. Good movement by Cron, and now Cruz can't dump one in. Far side, Brenneman off the top of the net and out. Looks like it hit the antenna. So Brenneman, who's really their best player, has struggled a little bit to start this second set.
Yeah, absolutely. She was pretty crucial in their efforts in that first set, and they need her to be on as well as golf if they're going to win.
Hankins uses a play right out of Lauren Ross's playbook. She goes with the left hand and dumps it over. Both sophomore setters, both promising careers. We talked about Hankins' freshman year last year. 29 aces, 2.04 digs per set, 900 assists. And she's going to probably get over that this season. Brown couldn't get it in. Ross again goes left hand. That time Goshen ready for it. Foresters continue to block at the net. Lifted up, back row swing, Brenneman. Cron was there on the line, and now Cruz a chance to put it away. Still nothing for HU. Guidry-Austin can't get it past Meyer. Cruz again, and the third time, still not in for HU, and Goshen continues to fight off on these long rallies.
And that's really been their strength here tonight. They have been very good in those long rallies. HU has made a lot of mistakes on them, and Goshen has stayed strong.
Brenneman goes to the left side, and now Cruz just long again. That's two straight that Haley has just not been able to dip that one in front of the back line.
And she's got to get that in, as the Foresters are now down by 3. Goshen having a lot of momentum here in the second set.
Brenneman, the senior, goes right back at Thompson. Quick one to Carter. That time blocked away and able to respond to the Maple Leafs. Good swing by Brown. HU tries Carter again. Not there this time. Brown, second chance. Can't get it to go either. Cruz, tip shot. Not able to drop it in, but the second attempt by the Foresters kind of put Goshen off balance, and it does fall in.
Yeah, absolutely. Haley Cruz with a sneaky shot there. Just poked it right over, and it was enough to get HU the point.
Haley Cruz, big swing, good serve, but kept alive by Brenneman. Far side, Brown tips it over. HU couldn't handle, and it's another 3-point lead for Goshen.
Goshen is really hot right now in this second half. They are on a roll and not looking to slow down right now.
So it'll be the libero, Elena Wolf, 21 aces on the year. Off the top of the tape, Carter had a swing. Ross this time tries Robrock. She goes cross court. Goshen keeps it alive, and able to get a little soft swing on it was Brown. Ross tips it in again. A couple of moves from Wolf to keep it alive. She did keep it off the floor initially, but couldn't quite get it over the net.
She has been very good at those last second shots, keeping them off the floor. She has been incredible at that all night long, and they continue to look to her on defense. Wiping the floor again for all her hard work.
Yeah, we've not seen that so far in Platte Arena this year. The floor have much water on it, but tonight that's definitely been an issue, at least on the Goshen side. And it's been Wolf, who actually has a towel on her side to kind of maybe keep some of that moisture off her hands and legs when she's been diving all over the place. She's been impressive tonight, though. Definitely someone to watch throughout the rest of the year. Only a sophomore. Ross rises up and slams it down. Setter got up there for another kill.
Her fourth of the night, and not usually one to have many kills throughout a match, but Lauren Ross has been a huge part of their offense on both assisting and killing here tonight.
Hankins chooses Brown. The Foresters able to get it in the middle of the court, and now Robrock cross court. Another great dig, one-handed by Wolf. Bad set, and HU has a free chance. Ross to Terry, the slide play doesn't work that time. Wolf on the floor, and then Hankins right back with the left hand.
And Goshen is really winning these long rallies. They have dominated in that aspect of this game. HU has not been able to find a rhythm as the possession keeps going, and that's been their kryptonite here so far.
Wolf is like a magnet out there. You just cannot drop it in. She is all over the place. 16 games of 10-plus digs. 24 is her high. Might be another career night for one of these Maple Leaf players, as another attack here, this time by Cruz, has Goshen back to that 3-point lead.
In Goshen, they are really putting the pressure on HU in this second set. They're on a roll. They're winning these long possessions. That's taking a little of the breath out of the Foresters, and they continue to seize the momentum.
Hankins goes to her counterpart, number 11, Meyer, and Terry works it through the block. I don't always understand why Trevin Terry's not in there as much, but when she gets opportunities, and you'll even see her tell the bench, I want the ball, and when she gets it, it seems like she scores.
Yeah, absolutely. She is a deadly attacker for this Forester team, and doesn't always get as much playing time as some people think, but she has been effective all season long.
Grimm blocked this time as Bailey Brown was there. You know, this Goshen team is not a sloppy team to watch, even though they're 6-16. They've got a lot of young pieces, and maybe a team that continue to grow throughout this year and be pretty good next.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the pain of having a young team, is there's a lot of growing pains with the team, chemistry that needs to be built, and the thing with young teams is they always have a brighter future, and that's what Goshen is looking forward to, just gaining the development out of the young players and the chemistry.
Olivia Cron back into serve. It's 14-12 in the second set. HU leads the match 1-0. Wolf has had a busy night. Right side swing off the antenna by Golf. She's been the best hitter, the best attacker for Goshen. That time the set maybe just a little too far out wide. You can see that one was pushed, and really the only chance was to hit it off the antenna or tip one over.
Yeah, absolutely. Misses her chance to tie her career high right there with that shot.
Well, another chance here as she nearly dips it in. Ross ready there to respond. Grimm taps a soft one over. Brenneman over the top of the blocks, right at the net. Ross goes to Terry, and Terry continues to score as Trevin is having another nice night in Platt Arena. She is so good at home, especially.
Yeah, she feeds off the energy of the Forester crowd and her teammates, and she's leading the way with 6 kills now.
Goshen has now let HU tie it up. Meyer, Ross, Grimm, good swing, finds the back line as that one was in by about 2 volleyballs, and the Foresters have fought all the way back. And Coach Jeff Phillips wants a timeout. We've got 1 minute of break. Courtney Grimm gives the Foresters the lead. We'll be right back on FDN Sports.
As the owner of JJ's, I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's Washroom is ready to serve you.
Sometimes it's not how you start, Ryan, but it's how you finish. And right now, HU's trying to finish this second set off strongly. They got off to a slow start. It's a little sloppy at times, but now they fought back, and it's been Trevin Terry and Leah Carter tonight, right in the middle, who have been the most effective swingers for HU.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, they have fought back, and not usually what they do. They usually have strong starts, but like you said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and HU is finishing very well in these first 2 sets.
A golf close to getting that one in on the left side. These outside hitters are always looking cross court, not necessarily taking the biggest swings, but trying to place it. At the net, Terry's always looking to swing, and she's got a couple in a row now as HU's up 17-14.
And with that one, she ties golf for the most kills of the night. Trevin Terry has been on a roll in this second set, and she does not look to be slowing down.
Another free ball for HU. Ross goes to Grimm, and Courtney couldn't quite get that one high enough as that one's into the net. We've seen that a couple times by Forester attackers tonight. Maybe the set's not high enough, or it's just a little bit of a misconnection there. Grimm that time straight into the net. Goshen back within 2, but they give another one back as HU expands their lead to 3.
And that's been the Achilles heel of the Goshen Maple Leafs here tonight, those free points that they've been giving away. Foresters have been giving away a couple of their own with 13 attack errors, actually leading Goshen in attack errors, but right there, Layla Meyer with the ace.
Layla, her serve is not necessarily powerful, but she dips it down with that left hand. And it's always a little different seeing a left-handed player maybe swinging that serve at you. Comes off their hands a little different, and obviously giving Goshen trouble with another good one here. Back row, free ball tapped over by Jessie Price. HU a chance to grab a lot of momentum. Leah Carter will do that with a little help from the Maple Leafs. They're into the net again.
And Maple Leaf giving away a lot of free points, and it is helping HU getting back in this and now taking a commanding 5-point lead. And HU looking to close out the second set and go up 2-0.
Foresters have scored 5 straight. Far side, Brenneman ends that streak. It was actually 3 straight. Took a look at the wrong stat, but we know that Brenneman's always going to be a good player for the Maple Leafs. She's averaging 3.5 kills per set. She grabs one there and pulls her team back within 4.
And right at her mark with 4 kills on the evening, she is staying true to her season average.
It'll be Cassidy Failer. Goes to Cruz. She asks for it back. Lauren Hardy in the match, and she's got a kill on the right side. It's surprising to see Lauren in. She's going to come right back out, but she has barely played on the season. But you see that athleticism right off the bench, and her teammates pumped up for her.
Absolutely. It's always a good sight to see a player who doesn't usually get many minutes come into the game and impact the game just like that, and HU crowd is loving it.
That one off the top of the blocks. Gidry Austin able to dump it in. Back to 4 points. This is kind of where we've been sitting for the last few minutes in this match. Goshen grabs a little bit of momentum, but HU's there to respond, and they're only 4 points away from being in a good spot.
Okay, Goshen has got to get going in this set right now if they have any chance of coming back in this game.
Again, a Forrester attacker couldn't get that one over the top of the tape. Point handed to Goshen, and now it's just a 3-point lead for HU. Want to close this out if you're the Foresters.
Yeah, you do not want Goshen to take the momentum and win this set, as that could lead to them being pumped up and then maybe even able to get a second set, as Foresters need this win here.
Berneman could not find the line there. It's a service error. That's been a little bit of the Achilles heel for Goshen. They'll get back in the match and then serve one into the net or long. And HU back ahead by 4. Haley Cruz, chance to drop one in. It's a good serve. Brenneman there, though. Carter poked it over, but kept alive by Goshen. Swing on the left side, a good one. Meyer there to dig it out. Fading away, Robrock trickles one across the net.
And she got it this time. She tried to do that earlier in the match, but just got the perfect roll off the net and goes cross court to the area where Goshen has no chance of getting it.
Sometimes in those rallies when the Foresters are on the attack, and for any team, as we see Cruz hit another good serve, tapped over by Hankins, and she's got another kill. But on those plays where HU maybe can't go to their first set, the outside hitters get the balls that aren't the best from the setter. And that's not because they're poorly setting it, it's because they got to go through the flow of the transition. Robrock didn't get the best ball there, but she used the net to sneak it over.
And that shows you the skill of these offside attackers and the kind of placement that they have to have and vision to see that shot and then execute it.
Foresters now just 1 point away from taking a 2-0 lead in the match. And their serving specialist, Nigel Arek, subs in. An ace would bring the crowd to their feet. Nearly had one. Back row shot, 10-footer. Doesn't fall in for Brown. HU a chance to put it away. Robrock again falling away. Gets it to go off the top of the net. And the Foresters lead 2-0. 25-19, Foresters in Cruz control when we come back.
Are seeking to climb the ladder to be in the top of our conference. The top 4 teams right now are nationally ranked, and so we've got our work cut out for us, but I have a lot of hope and confidence in this team. We also are seeking to truly put Christ at the center of everything we do, to treat this as our mission field and our ministry and love one another through that.
Community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
Forester Camp is fellowship.
To me, Forester Camp is like engaging.
To me, Forester Camp was inspiring.
I hoped that I would be able to make more friends who have not really been around much.
How I describe this camp is pretty chill and like fun.
And it's fun too. It's something that like people can be engaged in and have a great time, but also still learn life lessons and lessons about the Bible, kind of see the world from a different perspective.
Fun every single day, and you meet a lot of new people. It's pretty judgment-free because everyone's all in the same boat.
You don't really have anything to lose by coming to the camp. I think a lot of people are scared to take that risk. I could promise you that you wouldn't be bored or not have a good time here.
Something only happens one time in the universe. It never happens exactly the same. So like, you better take your opportunity while you can.
It's a buzzing Platt Arena right now, and it's a happy Forester team and a happy Coach Kelsey Herbert. Her team up 2-0 in full control right now this match.
Yeah, absolutely. Even after some slow starts to those first two sets, her team was able to gain the momentum and take it away from Goshen, and they find themselves up 2-0 even with some bad starts, but the way they've been able to finish here tonight on these sets is why they're up.
Trevin Terry leading the way. She's got 7 kills. She's followed by Cruz with 5, Carter with 5, Grimm and Ross both have 4. How about the setter? Also connecting on 20 assists. Mason Robrock 2, and she had the last 2 in that second set. And then Lauren Hardy, who surprised us, jumped in there and got 1 on her 1 attempt. So it's been passed around pretty evenly here tonight. And the Foresters needed this after a tough match against Indiana Wesleyan on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. They have been dominating in the kill total in this game against Goshen. They have 28 to Goshen 17. Their attacks have been lethal and on point, and it's the reason why they are up 2-0.
Hankins goes to Hardy, who's right in the match. A reception error there by the senior. But you're going to have that with a player that doesn't get as many times. She's actually a junior. Right side hitter, comes from Inkster, Michigan. So a chance for her to get some action. Nice to see tonight. Meyer, Ross, 10-foot shot, Robrock, a good one, but it's kept alive by Wolf. Right side swing, E-Golf drops another one in.
And that's her 8th right there, and she ties her career high. We've been eyeing that all night, and I'm sure she has been as well.
Yeah, she's up to 61 kills now in her freshman year. So chasing that century mark, and with several games left in the Crossroads League, there's a chance she gets there. Ross has to tap it to Terry, who gives a free ball over. Right at the net, Foresters block it. Wolf diving again. HU's chance for a free turn. Left side, Robrock, and she's starting to connect from that side.
And when she gets going, the team just gets that much better. I mean, we know that players like Trevel and Terry, Haley Cruz, Leah Carter, Courtney Grimm will always have good nights from the field, but when Mason Robrock starts getting involved, the HU offense becomes that much more lethal, and you can see it in her last 3 kills.
She's set up by Lauren Ross, who now has 21 assists. That was our player to watch, but she's also getting herself involved. And it looks like we're going to send it to a short break because we need to look at a replay. So just give us 1 second. We'll let you know what's going on.
Forester Camps is making new friends.
A great way to explore different opportunities.
Great way to experience life here at Huntington University.
I looked into OTA and it looked like a lot what I wanted to do, but I still wasn't really sure like what all it was.
But I did know that I did want to be in the medical field, but I don't really have a stomach for blood. This was a different way to be able to help people like physically, but not have to open them up.
Since it's a smaller place, everyone knows each other, you know, they can invest time in each other.
This would be
All right, so we're taking a look here to see if there was a touch of the net. And it looks like the black jersey did come over the top and touch that ball. So we're waiting to hear for sure. Great work by our camera crew and our replay crew. I guess no one's really manning the net cam, but hey, still got to be put up there before the pregame starts. So the point should be awarded to Goshen. And it's going to be, so they actually said Ross went over the top. I thought that when we spoke with the official, they said that the black jersey came over the top. So
maybe a little confusion there when she was speaking to
I
us.
think maybe she meant that Lauren Ross touched it. So that's all right. It's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah.
So now it's a 3-0 lead.
Goshen thankful that it went their way, as now they're up 3-0.
That's the second time our FDN sports crew has cost the Foresters a point. No, it's a good thing because we're getting all the good angles and good replay, and that always becomes a stressful situation because we have to take it to break with just our 2 mics. So we're sorry for keeping you guys in the dark a little bit, but it looks like Lauren Ross went too far over the net there as that one hits a speaker. Hardy has her second kill as she's starting to have a Hardy party. And not much action for her, but she's making the most of it tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's all you really can do when you don't get much playing time, is come in and be as impactful as you can with the minutes you get, and she is doing that here tonight.
Wolf sets it up on the left side, back row hit, Brown, excuse me. And now Cruz hits a little knuckler, kept alive by the Maple Leafs. Another chance, Brown into the antenna, and now HU back within 1. So they started in a hole all 3 sets. They've had to battle out of it. They're close to getting all the way back here early in the 3rd.
And usually you don't see them get back into it until a little bit later, about halfway through the set, but HU looking like they're trying to get off to a better start than those other 2 sets.
Cron keeps it alive with a great scrambling play on the back line, right at the net, blocked away. Free ball over, and it's not even going to find the corner of the court as it goes out.
Yeah, and they just barely missed the touch there. Just went over the net, couldn't touch it, and Foresters let it go out. A nice play from the Foresters.
HU still has the serve. It's now tied up 3-3. Big swing. And Ross tried stinking out the left hand. I think Cron was covering it well, but sometimes communication not always there. And it's now a 4-3 lead for the Maple Leafs.
And Cron definitely was just said to Lauren, you know, I got it, but next time a little bit better communication, and the Foresters will have that covered.
Meyer, Ross, Cruz, good connection. Nice to see her get involved. It's not been her best night of work tonight, but still doing the most when she can, and quite powerful there right in front of Brown on the back line.
Yeah, absolutely. Her 6th kill of the night, the 2nd leading killer of the night with 6, and she has made her impact felt here tonight.
Brenneman, good swing there. Might have been deflected by the blockers at the net. Goshen grabs the lead right back. I always think it's interesting that it's Goshen College Maple Leafs. So it's not leaves like the grammatically correct thing to say. It's the Maple Leafs. So if anyone's watching at home and thinks I'm crazy, you can look it up. Carter again. She's been right all night.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's once again another one of those plays where Lauren Ross touches it a little bit high, and Leah Carter able to put it away. And Lauren Ross has been on fire with her sets, and she has put in just the right spot about every single time.
5-5, Foresters tie it back up. Brenneman comes right in the front of the net and knocks another one off the blockers. She's starting to get it going, and really Coach Phillips needs that because that's his best player.
Yeah, when your best player is rolling, it makes the whole team better, and that's why you have leaders out there. That's why when Courtney Grimm and Michaela Thompson are playing well for the Foresters, they just play better. Because when your leaders play well, the rest of the team joins the club.
Baylor goes to Meyer. Ross quick again. This time Carter couldn't quite get it. Now Ross takes the swing, and she's asking for a touch. And that's something the Foresters can take a look at, but it doesn't look like Kelsey Herber would like to do it. Maybe she does. Lauren Ross thinks so. So they're going to challenge this one as well. We're going to see if there's a touch. And Lauren Ross has convinced her head coach to do so. So yes, we're going to have another challenge here in Platt Arena to see if Lauren Ross tapped that off of a blocker. So I'm going to go off the air and we're going to run through the replay again. We'll be right back.
Challenge for a touch.
Back here in Platt Arena, it looks like that they may overturn this one again, as Lauren Ross may have changed that call by taking a look to see if there was a touch.
Yeah, it looks like just the bare fingernail of the blocker hit that ball, but that is all it takes for the Foresters to get that point. And you can see right there, the call is overturned.
So it's 6-6. And Coach Jeff Phillips from the Maple Leafs even giving us applause. The FDN Sports crew. Sometimes they probably think that I'm yelling at them back in the crew. But it is overturned. It's now 6-6, Foresters point. So that's the first challenge that the Foresters have actually won this year. They've been on the wrong side of the other two. And now we wait for a little longer. But Coach Herber forgot that she had the challenge cards over here. We got some green cards that the coaches hold up. This was actually created back in the athletic office right before the match with the paper cutter. So
Fun fact.
Maybe laminate them, and then they'll be a lot better, right?
Yeah, absolutely, lamination.
We'll continue to build on that. So now it'll be Michaela Thompson, the senior server, goes to Wolf. And now back row, Cron goes Ross and Cruz off the blockers. And maybe that replay challenge for HU that's overturned goes back in the favor of the Foresters now as they go on a little 2-0 run.
Yeah, absolutely. And Haley Cruz with her 7th kill ties Trevlyn Terry for leading the team in kills. And she has been effective all night long.
Not much rhythm here in the third set with a lot of stoppages and checking of the lineups. Hard to get into a flow when you've got all this going on. So we'll see if HU can try to keep this momentum. It's 7-6. Haley Cruz now climbing up the leaderboard. She's actually got the team lead with Trevin Terry for kills. So she started to really put it together pretty nicely after a tough start to this match.
Especially with her 2 service aces as well. She has been an impactful player all night long, as we both just said, leading the way with kills, as well as Trevelyn Terry at 7. And when she's on, the Foresters become that much more deadly, and it's shown here tonight.
Well, we wait to see if everything's correct here with the lineup for the Foresters. 7-6 currently is the lead in the 3rd set. HU trying to sweep for the 2nd time at home this year.
Goshen trying to prevent another sweep in the Crossroads League.
So Coach Jeff Phillips making sure the referees are all in check here. Coach Kelsey Herber getting the rundown by the main referee tonight. Ryan, it's hard to talk through these breaks sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't know what's going on necessarily. You know, I know we're trying to figure out who should be where, but sometimes it takes a long time, and that's why in Major League Baseball over the past few years, they've now put mics on the refs, and they'll tell the crowd, hey, this is what we're looking at, this is the decision, and that's something maybe that we'll have to communicate with the refs throughout the year as well. They need to come over, hey, we're taking a look at this, so we can tell people what's going on at home as well.
Yeah, absolutely. As sometimes with the dead air when it came to the stoppage of plays, especially in this 3rd set, there's been a lot of that here, and it looks like they may have taken away a point.
Yeah, it does say 6-6 now. So the Foresters maybe were out of rotation there.
And so the point didn't count.
So that challenge that they won has now been taken away. We're seeing it all tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything that can possibly happen in a volleyball match is happening tonight.
Us and the crew are being tested for sure here at FDN Sports.
Honestly, though, we have to give a ton of credit to our crew in the back because they are put on the spot. When we need to do a replay, the refs come over, and it's like, let's go, and then we got to talk them through it. So eventually I think we'll create a system that, or at least we'll try, and I think we're working on it. It's a work in progress, to have the officials to be able to talk while we're still on air with the crew in the back.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we got to keep in mind as well, it's all students on this broadcast other than myself. And, of course, I've got no control of anything in the back, so it's the students working hard to make sure everything's correct. And sometimes it's life or death. Last year, the FDN Sports crew won HU basketball a game in the Crossroads League tournament because of their camera looks and their replays. So it's just a part of it.
Miracle
yeah,
shot.
exactly. That doesn't hurt either.
Yeah.
Ross to Carter, off the tip. Ball sent over. Referee dodging out of the way, as it's now 7-7. Just a weird feel to this match tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It always feels like you can't really get a rhythm when you have a ton of these stoppages, and Foresters looking to see if they can have more than just 2 serves in a row here in this 3rd set.
Reck, a good serve, forces a diving stab from the back with Failer. That time again, the Maple Leafs can't get it over. It's another Lauren Ross kill.
And how about the catch from the Goshen coach there? Caught it right at point blank range, showing off some reflexes.
Coach Phillips right here, getting that fastball from Brenneman, able to catch it. At the net, Gidriasen couldn't get it in front of Ross. Chance for the Foresters to grab a 2-point lead. Robrock cross court, Wolf with another dig. Brown into the net, and the Foresters now have grabbed the momentum a little bit here in the 3rd set.
And even with all of the momentum stoppage that we've had in this set, they have continued to execute well, especially on defense with their blocking, and they have a 2-point lead right now.
Reck lands an ace. A mistake on the back line right in the middle. It was Failer unable to keep it up, and now HU on a long run here. They've scored the last 4. It was 6-10. Now it's 10-7 HU. Wolf to Brown. HU a chance to add on. Terry, soft touch in the middle. Goshen keeps alive. Brown another chance. Foresters free ball. Terry, again, not much on it. tapped it over. Brown, third chance into the net.
Forrester is now winning a couple of these long rallies. That was something that they were not able to do in those first 2 sets, but here in this third set, they have won a couple of those, and it has worked in their favor with a 4-point lead.
Sammy Lard in for the first time for the Maple Leafs. Freshman getting a chance tonight, number 13 right at the net. Another freshman can't connect. And now Goshen asking for a tip, and we're going to have another challenge. It's going to be this way all night.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to have to take a look at that last play as it's 12-7. And it looks like Trevin Terry maybe already admitting that she might be guilty of the touch. We're going to send it to another break. We'll show you the looks of what we're checking out in just a moment.
And another challenge not going the way of the Foresters.
It's another overturned replay as it looked like Trevin Terry's maybe ring finger right here went back. You can kind of see real slowly. Finger goes back.
Yeah, you can see it right there.
And it's a Terry touch, and she looked over at Kelsey Erber and admitted it. But you're not always going to tell the opposing team that. It's a little gamesmanship. So it should be now, I think, 11-8. As Coach Phillips is 2 for 2 tonight. We've already seen him make a catch like a catcher, and now he's batting 1,000 at the plate.
Yeah, he is. He's on fire here tonight. Arguably the MVP for Goshen here tonight. He's been incredible with his challenges.
I'd argue that our replay operator is the MVP tonight. Our director, our crew in the back, killing it. 11-8. It's a 2-0 lead for the Foresters in the match. Elena Wolf goes to Meyer. That's a mistake by Layla. Thompson gonna have to force one over. Soft shot at the net. Chance for a new player in the game as that one drops in. It's a Forester block.
And that's something they've been doing really well all night is their ability to block. As she, especially Trevin Terry and Leah Carter, they have been very good right there at the net, and you see it right there, forcing it right back at Goshen.
Lauren Ross goes to Brenneman. Hankins tried tipping it over. Dump shot not there. Ross, a little miscommunication, forces Meyer to play a soft one over. Slide play is good, and that's the first time we've seen Spangler in a while as that cross-court shot drops in.
Seems like both teams in a scramble right now with all of the stoppage of play. Hard to keep focus and keep momentum, but both teams scrambling right now trying to win this third set.
Kelsey Hankins goes to Cruz. Cruz goes to Robrock, who uses some power that time.
Absolutely, a powerful swing from Robrock leads to an easy kill for the Foresters. She's all the way up to 3 kills on the night now.
She's kind of been up and down this year. Her kill totals go up, they go down. Sometimes they're big nights. She's had as many as 15 in a match. Sometimes it's 4 or 5, but in big spots as Cron couldn't keep it high enough for Meyer to get to. Goshen hanging around that 3-point deficit at the moment.
And that's where Goshen's been almost all night long. They've been right there. They just have not been able to get over the hump, and they need to gain some momentum here and take the lead if they want to keep this match going.
So it'll be Bailey Brown back on the service line. Goshen's got to change this match around right now to keep it alive. Meyer, Ross, Cruz off balance into the blockers and down.
Haley Cruz now with her 7th kill. Originally she did have 7 kills, but they took it away off of the replay after some miscommunication in the rotation. But now her, Trevelyn Terry and Leah Carter at 7 kills apiece, leading the Foresters on offense.
Carter right at the net connects again. And now it's 15-10, largest lead of the set for the Foresters.
Leah Carter taking the lead in kills as Trevelyn Terry, Leah Carter, and Haley Cruz have been going back and forth all night. It's been a balanced attack for the Foresters.
Meyer continuing her service run, delivers another good one. HU gets a free ball out of it. Ross, far side, Cruz, and that one's just a bit long on the block. Haley Cruz heating up. Foresters starting to dominate.
Yeah, they have been dominating in the killing total all night long, 37-25, and they do not look to be slowing down here in this 3rd set.
Meyer again puts pressure on the defense with a good serve. Right side into the net, not there for Egolf. She's cooled down a little bit. And Coach Phillips not using a timeout. He sees his team in a little bit of a deep hole now.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're down by 7 points in the final set, it's almost better to just kind of get the set over with, get out of your head, and get ready for the next match.
Meyer finds Wolf. Hankins goes to Brenneman. She's blocked. Wolf keeps it alive. Here comes another free chance for HU. Ross right at the net. Hardy off the back line. Couldn't get it to go. Looking for her 3rd kill of the night. Brenneman's 2nd chance finds the hands of Cron. Tough set. Foresters tip it over. Nice dig by Ross. And now Cruz off the blocks. Hankins goes Brenneman. Long set again. That one's into the antenna. And it's a big rally here for HU. They've scored the last 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And HU winning a couple of those long possessions, something that they've struggled with most of the match so far. But in this last set, they have won those sets, and it's led to them having a big lead.
Foresters dropping an ace now as Meyer has continued to dominate on the service run.
They're getting a lot of points off of her service run here, and she's proven how efficient she can be from the service line.
So as we get closer to the end of this production tonight, this is all first-timers today in every single position. Part of the TV Sports production program, the class that Professor Adam Widener is leading the crew back in the studio tonight. Haley Cruz, another kill. Foresters doubling up the Maple Leafs now. But you take a look at this crew. First-timers in every spot. We've had 3 challenges. All of them have been overturned. I mean, it's so impressive by these students at HU. It starts with Jacob at director. Bryant was on audio tonight. Bismarck on graphics. Love my guy Bismarck. He's been in a lot of different positions so far this year. Ross to Hardy, tries adding on. Get back to the rest of that crew in just a moment as the Foresters are just not letting it hit the floor. Carter tips it over. Hankins goes behind, and now finally the Maple Leafs connect. Ifunanya is on Plex 1, Adria on Plex 2, and then the producer, Ethan Herring, doing all the work tonight. Sometimes these replay situations, they get tight, they get stressful.
Yeah.
I get stressed out. Probably sounds like I'm yelling at the crew in the back, but I cannot be more thankful for these students producing this match tonight. And a new familiar face and a little bit of a first-time role tonight. Lauren Hardy getting a lot of experience. She's got 3 kills.
Yeah, she's been a nice little momentum booster for the Foresters here tonight with her 3 kills, and the crowd and the team benefiting off of the momentum she's given them.
HU trying to close it out in 3 in front of their home crowd. Brenneman just finds the line. That one was awfully close as it makes it 21-12 HU. Cross your fingers for no more challenges.
Yeah, but I'm sure our crew would be up to the test. I mean, we've survived 3. I think a 4th one we could definitely survive.
We're always ready for it. Cassidy Failer. She sends one over. Meyer Goes Ross, quick to Carter. Not sure that one got over the net, and it didn't. 4 touches on the Foresters. And now it's 21-13 as Goshen maybe just has one last life left in them. Ross, far side Cruz, off balance, blocked. Ross, left hand, almost dropped it in. Had a lot of heat on that one. Foresters block it again. They've been all over on the defensive end tonight. Meyer, Ross dumps it over this time, and a little bit of a softer touch falls in.
Lauren Ross, she has been eating the Maple Leafs all night with that little tip shot, as she has just had the right placement every time. You can see it right there, just right in the middle of the court, and they could not get to it.
Cruz off the top of the tape. Hankins goes out wide. Brenneman, that's a good swing by the leader of the Maple Leafs as she continues to have a nice night. It just seems quiet because her team's down, but she's up to 9 kills.
Yeah, she's had a really solid night. So has E-Golf, and they have fought valiantly all night long. But at the end of the day, the Foresters just played a little bit better team of volleyball here tonight.
So Brenneman has the kill. Now she has the service line. Once again, a couple of wet spots on the floor. It has rained for the first time in like 3 weeks here at Huntington, so maybe some of that trickling in as well. Brenneman to Thompson for the Foresters at the net. Carter with the strength again, punches it through the hands of Brenneman. HU just 2 away from sweeping Goshen tonight.
Yeah, and I'm sure HU is glad to be winning this game, as they needed this win in a very big way in the Conference League, bring them to 3 and 4. And Goshen, all they can do is just hope that they can play better in a future game.
That one too strong from Guidry Austin, and now it's match point for HU, and it'll be the serving specialist Nigella Rett. Foresters looking for win number 11 on the year. Gonna have to get it done on the defensive end. Free ball tapped over. Goshen will try to keep it alive. Brown, soft one. Foresters, a chance to win it now. Trevin Terry into the net. And a mistake for the Foresters on the attack, so they'll have to at least play one more to see if they can get it done. We are planning to have Coach Kelsey Herber join us on the headset after this match. It looks like it's going to be a happy Kelsey Herber as they've dominated the night. Wolf goes to Meyer. Ross, back row, Layla plays a free one over. Hankins, far side Brown, blocked away by the Foresters. Wolf keeps alive. Same combo with Brown, blocked again. This time back row swing Brenneman, dug out by Cruz. Ross, Robrock off balance, off the block. Terry, 2 touches, couldn't get it over. These fans standing a little longer.
Goshen is fighting off the final point here, just as a last little hurrah in this game that they have fought very well in.
It'll be Elena Wolf again from the service line. Now back within 8. Wolf drops it in. You never know, right? We've seen crazy things in sports. You'd think HU could score 1 before the Leafs could score 7, but when a team gets hot, momentum can pull them back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wolf tries again. Meyer receives. Ross at the 10-foot line. Into the net, Robrock.
And the Foresters losing a lot of their lead right now, as Goshen is catching fire at the very last minute. Like I said, anything can happen in sports.
It was 24-15. It's now 24-18. Cruz, Ross at the net. Trying to put it away, the Foresters still can't do so. Tip shot over, dumps in. It's a long run, and Coach Kelsey Herber forced to call a timeout. We'll keep it here as the Maple Leafs have made this a 5-point match.
And the Maple Leafs with a very valiant effort here. I mean, usually at the end of the game like that, you're 1 point away. You kind of just have the instinct to just kind of, you know, oh, it's 1 point, just give it up. But they are fighting to the very last breath here as they have somehow managed to get all the way to 24-19 and only about 5 points away from tying it. And I think it is win by 2, so about 7 points away from winning the set.
It was, I guess, 24-14, so it's 5 straight for the Maple Leafs. You know, they've kept it alive, and that's what you have to do sometimes. Maybe you win a set like this, your season could turn around. It's things like that, the small things, battling back, staying alive in matches, that gives you just enough momentum and confidence to think, hey, we can play with these teams.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially with young players and a young core, to be able to win a set like this is a huge confidence booster and builds chemistry.
Wolf still has the service run. A good one again. Forrester's at the net. Ross tries putting it away. Wolf keeps it alive. Brown off the top of the tip and in.
The Maple Leafs just will not go away here. An absolutely incredible last and second run here.
24-20, 6 straight. Wolf's just got to keep it in play, keep the pressure on HU. Elena goes back row. Meyer, Ross outside Terry. That one's kept alive. Tried poking it over the antenna, and that just didn't stay in play as the Foresters take the point. Maybe not the most exciting way to end it, but at the end of the day, the Foresters will take the win, but Coach Jeff Phillips does want to take a look at it to see if it went outside of that antenna. So we'll have to show the replay here. We'll have to go back and see if that one stayed inside the antenna. It's going to be tough, but we're probably going to want to see it from one of the top cameras. Going to take it to a break and take a look at this replay. Another replay, another overturned point. It's going to be match still rolling on. That one stayed inside the antenna. And now 3 for 3 for Jeff Phillips. I mean, this man, he needs to just go to a program and be the replay specialist because he has been on fire. So I think what we'll do is we're going to replay the point. So both thumbs will go up by the official up on the stand, and we'll keep playing because that was good. I mean, clearly that stayed inside the antenna.
Absolutely. Forester fans will have to stand just a little bit longer as the Foresters still not out of it yet, and a call like that can change momentum. I mean, the game was over, and now all of a sudden Maple Leafs have new life, and if they can continue this streak, this game could be forced into a 4th set.
I told you it wasn't the most exciting way to end the match. Well, it didn't end the match, so we'll continue to play on.
Unbelievable, really.
I mean, that was the right call.
Yeah, absolutely. I just can't believe the effort that they're putting in. I mean, this is sports, anything can happen, and they are showing it right now.
A lot of the fans do not think that one stayed in, but I think if you look at the replay, it didn't go directly over the antenna. It came on the inside, and so we'll play on. But they're not showing it here on the big board because I guess they don't want fans to get upset. I think what eventually we'll do, show the replay on here, and then afterwards show the replay on the big board. So Wolf still has it. Ross goes to Terry, can't put it away. Wolf keeps it alive. Brown another chance, and that time it's no good. And there won't be any replay as Coach Jeff Phillips walks onto the court, and his team drops it in 3 sets. The Foresters sweep the Maple Leafs tonight, and it's a happy HU Platt Arena as they start a winning streak potentially. They go back to Grace, which top 25 team. It's always tough on the road, but this is a good sign for HU.
Yeah, absolutely, and not exactly how they wanted to end that 3rd set with Goshen putting up a huge fight at the end and a huge run, but a win nevertheless, and HU now moves to a 3-4 record in the conference, and that is what they need to stay competitive.
And the Foresters were well balanced tonight. They had a lot of people getting involved. Of course, our player to watch right there, number 15, Lauren Ross, another big night. 1 short of 30 assists. She had 29, but it was her attack that really was a big part of tonight's victory. 5 kills on 10 attempts, and also 5 digs. So she did it on offense. She did it on defense.
Yeah.
She continues to be just one of those positive spots after not getting much time last year. And then leading the way was Haley Cruz with 10. Leah Carter followed her with 9. Trevin Terry had 7. Ross with those 5. Grimm had 4. Robrock 3. And Lauren Hardy off the bench. She was a nice surprise tonight with 3 more. Foresters get it done in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a well-balanced effort from the Foresters here tonight, as I'm sure Kelsey Herbert will talk about in the post-game interview here.
All right, we've got Kelsey Herbert joining us on the headset now. Her team takes down the Goshen Maple Leafs tonight. 3-0, Coach, a little bit of a battle there at the end. A couple of replays all over the place. Hard to find a rhythm in a match like that in the 3rd set with a lot of stoppages and then going again.
Yes, it's such a different element of the game to have challenges.
If you want to turn around, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay.
We got you on camera.
Oh,
up here.
that's nice. You know, it's such a different game with the challenges because all of a sudden that momentum can shift at any point in time. And to be honest with you, I enjoy it. It's a neat dynamic of the game that we have. But you're right, it's hard to get in a rhythm and in a flow. And so, yes, I think that got to us a little bit tonight. Ultimately, we're always grateful for a conference win. And the reality is, like, we didn't play at the level we wanted to tonight. And so if we want to go beat these other teams in our conference, we have got to step up our game. And yes, that's fundamentally, but that's also mentally too. We can't give away so many points to close out a match like we did tonight.
Yeah, and you take that time out there to kind of get the heads back on straight, realize, you know, Goshen's still in the match.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't get easier heading to Grace on Saturday. But going back to tonight's match, Lauren Ross was our player to watch, and a good player to watch as always. She's already been setter of the week once this year, and she only played 8 sets all of last year. She stepped into Morgan Robrock's role, who obviously one of the greatest setters in Forester history. She's been quite the surprise and has really kind of picked up with that role quite well.
Yes, she's incredibly talented, and I love the way that she has developed setter-hitter connection and has stepped into that role with confidence, and she's such a steady presence on the floor, and I love how offensive she is. And so she's done a great job. We're so proud of her for that, and she's battled some injuries and things like that, but continues to push through.
Yeah, she's got the 4th most assists in the league. She's also up there in the top with setters with the most kills. So she, like you said, she dumps shots over. She goes with the power tonight. She had 5 kills tonight. Team back on the road Saturday. Winona Lake going to be a tall task, but your team's ready for it, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Grace is a fantastic team. They run a 6-2, so they always have 3 offensive weapons. So that's the main thing we're going to work on in practice this week is defending when the offense has 3 attackers. And I'm excited for it. We always get excited to play Grace, and so I know we're going in there very competitive, ready to go.
All right, Coach. Well, congrats on the win tonight, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach Kelsey Herbert. Go talk to her team. It's a win tonight. Ryan, I think maybe they want us to stand up, get a little camera time. Preston Husband, Ryan Holzapple, you've been listening to us all night.
Yeah.
What a great job the Foresters did, but man, our crew knocked it out again tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you're having to deal with 4 replays in one game, especially in such short succession is really hard to do, but our Forester team, our FDN sports team, was able to pull it off, as well as our Forester volleyball team was able to pull off the win.
So the Foresters have now won 2 games here at home. They've dropped 1. They moved to 11-7, 3-4 in the Crossroads League. FDN Sports crew will be back at work on Saturday as Ross Gosnell and I will bring you women's soccer against the Bethel Pilots. It's been a busy day today in Forester Sports. The men's soccer team going to win outside against the Goshen Maple Leafs as well. It's been an all-student crew, including Ryan tonight, Adam Wider in the back, the professor, myself, Preston Husband, not a student, a little too old for college. But, man, we appreciate you all tuning in tonight. We hope to see you on Saturday, and we hope to see you for some more Forester volleyball. Any final thoughts, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, just the level of aggressiveness from the entirety of the team for the Foresters. I mean, even at the end of the game when Goshen had such momentum, they've gained 7 points in a row. They were able to get it done with all these stoppages in the play, and that shows you the grit and determination of this team and why they have a chance to put a real dent in the league if they can somehow beat Grace.
Foresters sweep tonight. They'll be back at Winona Lake on Saturday, looking to get to 500 in the Crossroads League. Thank you for tuning in tonight to FDN Sports. For Ryan Holzapple, I'm Preston Husband. We'll talk to you next time.